eyebrow or picking my ear. It'll go on there. Trust me.
Good. Unvarnished truth.
Unvarnished truth. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So, why did you pick this song and why is it being released now?
Which song am I picking?
Isn't it The Truth?
The Truth? Well, I mean, the album is out now. The album came
Yes.
out a week ago, so a week on Friday. But The Truth we led with. It was the last track that came together for the album, pretty much, and it just seemed to have an overarching, you know, I guess I've the history of this band, we've often been fairly subtle in what we do, and hidden meaning behind layers of various stuff.
Onions.
Onions, yeah. And this one has a certain bluntness to it, a little bit more straightforward. And I don't know, it just seems to sum up the record as a whole, I suppose.
Do you guys have fun when you do it, or do you have these serious looking faces on, or
A
do you
bit of
have
both.
music videos?
Yeah, a bit of
Music
both.
videos?
Yeah, there's a music. Well, there's a music video for this one, but we're not in it, thankfully. Um, yeah, no. Do you know what? I mean, we did this. As I say, we've been doing this band for a long time, and we did it, as a thing that we wanted to do as a living, and then for a little while we did that, and now we've had families and started
And
other
now,
careers, and
yeah.
now you've got to sort of, I think we reassessed what it was that we wanted to do, and and have a bit more fun with it, I think. If you're not doing it for the right reasons, whilst making, you know serious points, or digging down into the muck and the mire. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun.
So tell me which song you think that I would like. Since I listen to Mongolian rock and Italian rap, what song do you think that I should put on my dance playlist?
Your dance playlist.
Yes.
I think The Truth is the closest to a good dance you're going to get on there. It's a little. I sort of had this idea a little way through the record, and I don't know that the record is this as a whole, but I wanted to make a sort of dystopian disco thing. So there's definitely a
Nice.
disco bass line, backbeat, that sort of thing. You could probably have a little dance to Desire is a Mess as well, the second track on the album.
Desire is a mess.
Desire is a Mess, yes.
Wow.
It's all a bit dark, as I said.
So, but you're smiling now, so your lives are not always dark.
No, my outlook on the planet, and politics that is prevalent at this point is, I don't have much hope for that, and how we move forwards, and democracy, in with the way that technology is being used and unregulated. I'm a little pessimistic about it. And to release it during a global pandemic seems reasonably appropriate as well. But as
Do
a
you
person,
only write about American politics, or do you write
no,
about
no, no, no,
politics
no,
back
no.
home?
I'm talking to. I mean, I guess that American politics, everyone sort of watches, and we can, the entire world can see that. So it's kind of a global thing that's what we've written about, but it's absolutely very much about the politics in the UK, Brexit as well, Boris Johnson, and and his political advisors. It's not too dissimilar to what you guys have. It's probably on a slightly different scale, and it's happening the world around. I think that nationalistic sort of thing. I will look at Belarus right now. same in Hungary, and across a lot of Europe. That possibly doesn't get the same, doesn't get the same headlines as the US does. I think it's a global record.
No kidding. Well, when the birds gather, then Jay will. Oh no, I guess that's the Fighting Prince of Donegal song.
I haven't done that yet. Next time.
You did catch that was it that birdology? I can't remember what it's called. Have you seen the Fighting Prince of Donegal?
No, I don't think so. No.
But you know about Red Hugh.
Not yet. I need to do some I need to do some reading.
Kidding.
Clearly, don't I?
That's really bad if I know more about your guys' history than you do.
Well, Donegal. I mean, this is Irish history, right?
Exactly.
Well, I'm not in Ireland.
No, but the Leeds had to do with it. You'll have to read about it.
I will.
Leeds had to do with it.
Okay. I'll check it out.
That's why you haven't done one about Red Hugh.
Yeah, yet.
You need to do more research.
Yeah. Always.
So,
there's always the next song,
Where I'm still trying to understand, I like trains. I think of actual trains, but you're almost talking like train wrecks.
I guess so. I mean,
politics.
Let's put it this way. I think if we renamed the band at this point, it probably wouldn't be so
happy-go-lucky,
friendly sounding. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something that we named, and then we started making music, and then it probably didn't fit fairly early on, but we just carried on. We're fairly stubborn.
So you might change it to "I don't like trains."
Well, I don't know. It's got the same vibe to it, hasn't it? I don't know. I don't know what we changed it to. We're stuck now.
Give me an idea of some of the earlier songs.
As in, well, I gave you a little list. Scott of the Antarctic, and written. I used to sort of write things from various different points of view. So he was racing against Roald Amundsen to the South Pole, the Norwegian, and so we had songs from his perspective and from Scott. Spencer Percival, a murdered British Prime Minister. Fun and games. I don't know. It's all out there.
Where do you want to see the world going now? Where do you want to see the pandemic over? Do you want to see the masks come off? Do you want to see us going out in public?
I mean, absolutely. I think everyone does, don't they? Is anyone enjoying this? I'm not sure. No, really. I'd like to find a safe route through it. And I think that ultimately ends with us looking for a vaccine. I know that might be potentially a political sort of hot potato in the US as well. Okay. I'm fascinated to know what you guys make of that. And
well, the guy who said that like a year or two ago, he said that he wanted to depopulize the human race, is now trying to come up with a vaccine. No, thank you.
So who are we talking about?
I believe it was Bill Gates, wasn't it?
Are you a bit worried about Bill Gates?
Well, he wanted to depopulize the human race like as of last year, and all of a sudden he's going to be the savior of the universe.
Well, I don't know that anyone is thinking that Bill Gates is exactly the guy who may or may not get the vaccine first. We don't know that. I don't know what depopulize means. Well, just to bring the population down. Is that what we're saying?
Exactly.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't hear him or see him say that. And I know there's a lot of stories about where Bill Gates stands, and I don't. He's not my area of expertise, but there are sort of bogeymen that become popular in certain aspects of politics. I don't know how much of that I take, really.
Yes, yes, I'm definitely a bogeyman now. 'Cause we just talked politics on the tea time with PJ Gangster
Is
Show.
that not that is that against the rules?
No, it's not. But you have a political song, so we need to go down that route. So
I guess
I got to be
so.
versatile. So how are you guys connecting with your fans when you're behind doors? Are you doing lots of bands are doing concerts or they're doing Zoom band performances? How are you
Haven't yet.
guys?
We haven't done any concerts yet like that. I don't know. Something's stopping me from doing that, and um fairly. I guess I'm nervous about how we pull that off. I'm gutted that we can't go out and play. But we have social media. It feels odd. It's normally I guess it's quite when you release a record, it's quite it's a thing that the five of us have done, and we can sort of get together and we sit in a van and we go and play, and it's quite there's a camaraderie about that.
Yes.
And this feels quite different. It feels a lot a bit sort of,
Alone.
yeah, exactly that. And so we can get in touch with people on the internet, and we've done a few sort of live streaming Q&A sort of things, and that feels good. It does, and that I think that's hopefully that's a positive, that people can utilize this technology to be more in touch going forwards when this thing's when we're through this thing, if we get through this thing. I think there's positives to be taken from that. But ultimately, how the reaction to the record's been brilliant from our fans. We haven't had too many of the bogeymen sort of poking at us yet. I'm all
No
for
fruit.
that. I'm all for that, but not yet. So it's been overwhelmingly positive. But that point that when something's really connected is when you're playing it and you can look those people in the eye and
Yes.
see that reaction, and that's just something we're not going to have for at least hopefully we can go and do it next year in some form. And we're booking shows, but I'm not holding out 100%. I don't think it's going to be over as quickly as a lot of people say it is. I don't think the guy in the White House who says it will just end, it's probably I don't buy that, really.
Well,
It's going to take some intervention.
it's no different than a flu. They haven't cured the common cold, so
They haven't, but the rate on mortality is a fair bit higher, and we don't know what the long-term consequences are on that either yet. Yeah, I don't know. We're probably going to disagree at that juncture as well, but yeah, that's fine.
how can people find you online?
Yes, you can find. Well, you can find
Website?
our website, and that will point you to it everywhere. So I like trains.co.uk, and then you get to our Facebook and YouTube channel and everything from there. Yeah.
Sweet. So, anything else before we wrap up? You want to tell us how to start a band?
How to start a band? Just get some mates, and I don't know, approach things in your own way. I don't think there's no
No secret.
there's no surefire route to this, and it depends what you want to get out of it. You could be vastly more successful than we were by probably following a formula, but I don't know where the fun is in that. Yeah,
Right about the Fighting Prince of Donegal. There's your formula.
that's the one. Yeah, I mean that's you can do that.
Oh man, I've been trying to get a rap song out for like 5 years. I still haven't got it out yet.
about About the Fighting Prince?
No, actually, it's about faithful military spouses.
Correct.